insane weapons that will melt mega abominations. As you guys can see, I'm melting mega abominations with these weapons. We're gonna be having multiple weapons in this video I just think are the absolute best. I love these weapons and I use them so much. Once you get your hands on these, you will use them a lot as well. They're really fun to use and all that stuff, so use these before they get nerfed. So anyways, let's get right into the best weapons in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. This first one I'm gonna get into, it is a really fun weapon to use. As you guys can see in the background, I'm gonna be facing this mega abomination, and as you guys can see, it has around half health left, and I take out all of his half health in the matter of just a second or two. Want the schematics and you want to skip the grind, check out Silent Services. We have a schematic service where you guys can get the new schematics, get the Mark of the Survivor camo, the nuke skin service, and the bot lobby service where you guys can get a lobby filled with AFK players where you guys can get the camos and XP. Check it out down below. Here are all the reviews of the service. They love it and you will too. Absolutely game breaking type of weapon. And now when it comes to group of zombies, it's definitely really OP if you pile up a whole horde, then shoot your weapon and it is going to kill the zombie that you shot, but it's also going to kill all the other zombies because of the explosion. This weapon is so crazy. It's an unstoppable beast, and this weapon can be two weapons. It's not just one weapon. I have gameplay of me using the crossbow, but you can also use this bow on the screen. This bow is a new bow, and this bow is just as good as the crossbow. And now with these weapons, you definitely want Deadshot Daiquiri and Speed Cola. Now you guys can add more, get Juggernaut and all that, but those aren't necessary to make this weapon better. But here's the class setup for this OP weapon. This crossbow you want to have explosive tips on. That is the most important thing of this build because that will make this weapon extremely OP. Next thing you want is the stock as the Speed Track Echo. Like I said, the ammunition as the explosive ones, it's called the Blast Cap 20 bolts. Then the underbarrel as the FSS Shark Fin 90, and the arms as the SO Momenti. This one's very important because it does increase your damage range. And then finally the hip shot as the laser. Now head into the game, and like I said with the earlier clips, it will just wreck. You guys just saw the gameplay. Now you guys can also use the other bow, which is the Torque 35, and with this one you just want the ammunition as the explosive ammunition, so the blast cap, and just have fun with those two weapons. Now the next weapon is going to be such an overpowered weapon that they did end up buffing with this update, the Season 5 Reloaded. It's the Reclaimer 18, and this one is just a beast. When you guys go into the game, it will absolutely melt tier 3 and the Dark Aether, just like that bow was that I was telling you. This one right here, you definitely will see in the background that it literally is just melting this abomination, and that's how you guys know these weapons are good. If these weapons do really good against the abomination and take out their laser fast, then you know you got yourself a good weapon. And when it comes to regular zombies, it just melts. Now you guys can use the tack stance to aim in or just fully aim in. I recommend you guys to fully aim in and not tack stance because you definitely lose some range with not fully aiming in, and you definitely want the Deadshot Daiquiri and Speed Cola. Now Magza holding works perfect with this weapon, so if you have that, get that on. But when you guys go to any of the bosses, it will melt. As you guys see, it's melting these zombies. It is just a overpowered weapon. And now let's get right into how you set up this weapon, because I did just show you guys how OP it is. So for the class, you want to go into the weapon and then go into your laser and put on the VLKLZR7MW. Then now head over to the barrel and make sure you have the Iron Brand long barrel. That's a very important attachment. Then for the muzzle, put on the X10 full choke. This is another very important attachment. Then the underbarrel, the XRK Edge BW for hand stop. Now finally, the most important attachment is going to be the 12 gauge slug ammunition. This is just the absolute best way to set it up. And now when you guys go into the game, you will see it's going to perform like how I've shown you guys. Make sure you guys pack a punch it to tier 3 and put on legendary tool, and it will be crazy. So that is that weapon. Let's move on to the next weapon, which is the sniper. This sniper right here is one of my favorites. This one has been very useful for a long time and it is still OP. They might nerf this with the new update, so use this while it lasts. But the reason why this one is so good is because the range on it is really far. It is one shot kill for a lot of enemies, and you will just have so much fun using it. Make sure you guys get Deadshot Daiquiri and Speed Cola. Then when you're in the game, just try to aim for the head. Obviously get a pack a punch tier 3 and legendary tool, but just aim for the head and it will just one shot. one shot, one shot. It can even one shot armor zombies if you aim at the head in the right spot. It is just crazy. Now, if you do miss the head, it's going to take 2 shots sometimes, but when it comes to facing the Mega Abominations, it will destroy. As you guys can see, it does a laser, and I take out the laser super quick. Now, the downside for this weapon, though, is that when it comes to, like, mimics, it definitely isn't as good as the other 2 weapons I showed you guys. This one is still really good, but other 2 are definitely better, but this one is still really fun to use because of the range. Just why this is so good, the range is just really far, and it one-shots from a very far distance. So, yeah, definitely use this weapon if you want to have more fun and be fairly overpowered. Now, this weapon class setup is the ammunition as the armor piercing ammunition, then the barrel as the long barrel. That's very important. The ammunition and long barrel is very important. The laser as the SL Razorhawk laser, the optic as the AW Gen 1 optic. Optic you can kind of change around. I just like how this optic looks. You can choose whatever you want. Now, you guys will also want to have the SAM quick bolt for the bolt. Now, that is the class setup. When you guys go into the game, if you guys get that Deadshot Daiquiri, that Speed Cola, it will literally be crazy and super OP. Now, let me move on to the final weapon that I just think is absolutely mind-blowing. Static HV. This is a battle pass weapon, and this weapon is very quick to use. Like, you can aim in quick, and you can run with it quick, and you can just get easy peasy fast kills with it. You want to make sure when you have it on your class that you have the VLKLZR7 MW laser, the SK24 grip, the 5.7 x 28mm armor piercing munition right here, the long barrel right here, Edge 47 grip, the Jack BFB muzzle. That's what you guys want. These attachments will make it even better and make it do a lot more damage. Now, when you go into the game, you want to get Deadshot Daiquiri and then Speed Cola. That's really the only thing you need. Now, of course, get all of the perks. It's definitely useful, but what you want to do now is go into tier 3 and it will melt tier 3. Here's me in tier 3. I'm melting the zombies. You want to use this weapon not by aiming in, but firing it with the tac stance type of ability. You do that by aiming in and then pressing the down button on your D-pad. That should let you move your gun to this position. This position will make it so you can aim in a lot quicker, and to be honest, most of the zombies are going to be probably closer to you, so this really won't hurt your accuracy at all. Now, of course, if you are firing at something far away, you can regularly aim in. As you guys can see, I'm melting the zombies, doing absolutely insane damage, and this is even good in the Dark Aethers. Now, as you guys can see, here's me facing a Mega Abomination. He's going to be doing his laser, and I'm going to take him out super quick. Don't forget to check out silent services, inshallah, alhamdulillah, may Allah bless you all, barakallah.